the Tradepreneur Show. Patrick Summers, your host. Mike Costa, the co-host of this growing podcast.
Growth is a great word, because the more I talk to people about it, the more that they tell me that they are enjoying it. And again, these bits of information going behind the green curtain, as they say, when it comes to the trades, I know is helping a lot of folks.
Yeah, and it's a lot of fun doing it. I run into people now that we've been out for dozen episodes or so, and when I get feedback from people that have seen an episode and they give me some feedback, I enjoy it because I have a passion for the trades and
Absolutely.
and so getting that feedback is nice. It's nice.
And just so you know, if you're watching, we are real. We are not AI.
Yeah, we are not AI.
We are not generated. But you can't. It's everywhere now. It is, and it's, I always say, going back to the Terminator movies, Skynet is now active.
Yes. Yeah.
AI,
oh my gosh,
type of thing. How is it influencing your world?
Well, so when I first heard AI, right, I read it somewhere. I was like, "Who the hell's Al?" Right?
Yeah.
What's this Al guy?
Come here, Al.
So I love technology, right?
Yeah.
I'm not great with technology,
okay,
but I love it, right? I have some people, friends that are great with technology and can figure all kinds of stuff out.
Sure.
I go to them like, this is really cool. What the hell do I do with it?
Explain it to me, please.
Now, the AI side of things, depending on where you are in your journey with it, the reality is almost everybody at some level is interacting with AI today.
Oh, yeah.
If you're on social media, AI is involved in social media. If you're using Outlook or Google, AI is a big part of that now. We are advancing at an incredible rate with the AI. I forget what the law is. There's that law about processor speed, and it's kind of like, I don't know what the law is on AI, but it's moving fast.
Just when you go to a website and the chat helper, the person that you're, the automated, whoever, Susan or Barry or Mike, whatever, there's AI to a T. What can I help you with?
Yeah, and so for me, as I've made my journey interacting with AI and using it, now there's tons of different AI platforms out there.
Yeah.
The most popular, I think, is ChatGPT.
Yes.
And ChatGPT is usually the foundation for many of these other AI integrations, right? So now I've also started using heavily, and more than ChatGPT, is Grok, which is Elon Musk's AI. And I try and do both to see how they differ.
Yeah.
And it's interesting. And the releases that we've just had in the last probably 2 weeks, 3 weeks with Grok is unbelievable. Yeah. And you can actually, I was messing with one the other day where the voice thing, you can select argumentative. It's like very combative with you. It's kind of fun.
That's awesome.
But so if you're in the trades, if you're using a CRM, chances are it has some sort of AI integration. Now, we use ServiceTitan, okay? And we are using AI to assign technicians to jobs and to dispatch them. That's through a program called Dispatch Pro, uses AI. Because what it can do is it can take all kinds of data points that we can't. And it can, in the background, be identifying it and determining who's the best technician for that particular call. We also have an ability for technicians when they close out their call and write in their notes, we can hit a button and AI will rewrite it. So it's the same thing, but it's
concise, to the point,
correct,
grammatically correct, etc.
Yeah. So there's all kinds of integrations with it. And what I really want this episode to be about, and the focus is to help those in the field or those running business that may not know much about AI, how to use AI to their advantage. And the reality is, I come across so many technicians that, one, aren't even sure what AI is, and are not using it.
Okay.
Okay, they're using it, but they don't know they're using it
Right.
when it's integrated with other platforms they're using. But intentionally using it through ChatGPT or Grok or one of the other ones out there. Those are the two I'm going to mainly talk about because those are the two that I mostly use. So there's some fears around it, but I think first we got to say, what is AI, right? What is artificial intelligence? And essentially, it's machine learning, right? And the machines, like you said,
Yes.
with Skynet, they learn, they get intelligence, and the more I use it, the more it gets to know me, right? And the better it can assist me. So one thing I want to make clear is a lot of people have a fear that AI is going to replace them.
Yes.
Now, here's the hard truth: there are some jobs that AI is going to replace.
Oh yeah.
You know, as a technician, though, you have an advantage. You have an advantage. Think of AI not as your replacement, but as your co-pilot in the job that you do and how to be better, more effective, quicker, right? Look, if there was something that could make you better looking, for me, I would take it all day long, right?
Of course.
So there's not. I'm stuck with what I got. However, AI can make me more intelligent, right? Because it's like you have instant information at your fingertips. And so the number one thing I'll say for AI is if you are still using Google or any of those other search engines, like stop, right?
Yeah.
Stop. And that's where things are going. Why? Because what do you have to do? You have to go through all the paid stuff. Then you have to go through all this, and then you have to hope that what it brings up to you
Exactly
is what you're looking for.
You're eliminating the extra stuff.
And what it's bringing up to you, as much as they use AI and an algorithm to get you what you're looking for, there's somebody else on the other side using AI and an algorithm to make sure they show up to you first, right? ChatGPT, you type in, I did it the other day. Steakhouse is near me. I was in Scottsdale. Pulled it right up, right? I didn't get anything but what I wanted.
Exactly.
So first and foremost, start thinking of AI, ChatGPT, Grok as your new search engine. Save a lot of time, cut through the clutter. Because here's another thing that happens when you use a search engine. I don't know if this happens to you, but I open up my browser and then I'm like, oh, squirrel, look, click on that. Right?
Wormholes.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, look at this.
Yeah.
And they're using AI to feed you content that you're going to interact with, right? So one, that happens, right? Then you have to go put in what you're searching for, right? And then all this different stuff's going to come up. And when you finally get to where you think that it's not paid, you have to hope that it's accurate. And you also have to hope something else doesn't pop up that's going to distract you. Or you were looking at, I don't know, hiking boots the other day, and now hiking boots is showing up.
How about if you just say hiking boots around your phone?
Yeah.
How quickly something shows up, and maybe that's also AI at work, but that might be the downside or the negative side to it because everyone says, "Oh, AI, just more Big Brother listening or seeing what I'm doing."
Yeah, but when you use some of these other tools as a search engine, you bypass all that, and so from an efficiency point of view, highly recommend it.
Of course. For the people out there though that are afraid, when you mentioned you use it to help with calls and incoming calls and to send people and stuff out. How do you then let your team know, hey, someone's still got to go out there and roll up their sleeves and get dirty? AI is not going to do that.
Happy New Year, Coachella Valley. This is Patrick Summers, President and CEO of General Air Conditioning and Plumbing. Listen, we all know that New Year's resolutions usually don't last, but with proper maintenance and service, your plumbing, electrical, and HVAC system will give you many years of trouble-free service. Give us a call, get it tuned up, get the inspections done. Let's make sure you're good to go all year long. Happy to take care of you. Happy New Year. Let's make this year, 2025, an amazing year.
Yeah, AI is not going to do that. Now, I will tell you, they're looking at I saw a thing the other day that automated shingles, putting shingles on, right? But that's okay. That's great, but that's not pulling the shingles off,
No.
and that's not telling you what needs to be done, and that's not fixing the laminate underneath. I mean,
Yeah.
So, but that's where it can help, right?
Right.
No, you got to go out and turn the wrench.
Yeah.
Right. Now, where it can help you is pulling information to diagnose. Right. So, and here's what happened the other day. Literally in our morning training, install went out. We installed a brand new HVAC system. Well, this particular house happened to have an electrical outlet about 18 feet from the condenser.
Okay.
Okay. The inspector came out to inspect the HVAC system, and he saw that, and he flagged it. He said, "Hey, that's not right. That it was on a GFCI circuit, which is what it needed, but it didn't have a protective bubble
Okay.
to protect it from the elements,
Right.
particularly rain." So everybody in the meeting's like, "Well, wait a minute. How do we know? How do we know what's coming, what's not coming? How do we know if it's going to flag on us or not flag on us?" And and then because that's something they don't come across a whole lot. I was like, "Guys, listen." And I typed in to Grok. I said, "What is the code in California for an electrical outlet outside near an HVAC condenser?" It came up. It cited what the California electrical code is and what it is that's adopted from the National Electrician Code and what the code is, and then everything, including it has to have the bubble on it, and it used the word bubble.
Bubble.
And
Right.
I was like, "Guys, look at this.
It's right there.
This is it." And if I was out there, I could take a picture with my camera on my phone in the AI, and I could say, "Will this pass code?" And it would tell me everything.
Amazing.
I was back in Jersey at my sister's house, and she has overhead power coming in. So I took a picture of it.
Yeah.
I said, "What is this?" It explained everything and what type of voltage would be in this line versus this line.
Yeah.
And it named all the parts. It's a phenomenal tool. I went out to a job. Another way I used it, I got called out to look at some commercial air conditioning units, big package units on roofs. They were like 20 some years old, and they were kind of in this little mechanical area that they oftentimes put these things in to hide them from the outside world. Problem with them is they're usually sometimes you can compromise clearances, proper clearances and things. So I was able to take, at the time it was ChatGPT, I took my camera and I took a picture of the data plate. And then it told me everything about it and interpreted everything on that data plate, told me the year it was manufactured. And then I said, "What are the clearances required for this?" And it came back with standard clearances on all four sides, which I knew was, well, that's fine. I knew that the clearance on this end would be different than this end. So I'm like, okay, that's too simple, which is another lesson on AI. It will be wrong. You can't take everything as absolute. In fact, it will tell you that, right? Like, hey, so, but now what it's doing is it's pulling everything from the internet.
Yeah.
Grok pulls from the internet and from X, which used to be Twitter.
Yes.
And then it will cite its references as well. Okay. So it's getting better because it's machine learning. But I said, I need the installation manual for these systems. And said, I can't have the access to the installation manual. However, you can find it here. And it gave me a link. I clicked on the link. Here's the installation manual for these 20-some-year-old units. Flipped it digitally to the page. There's the clearances. Literally, there on the rooftop.
Yeah.
In a matter of minutes, I had the information I needed.
You one or two episodes ago, you talked about role playing with your employees, and no one wants to do that, but don't ever go out to a sales call and role play with the client. That's for in the office, part of training and stuff. How does AI assist you in that?
Well, you can role play with it. So you can go into the voice side of it.
Yeah.
And you can tell it or type it, right?
Right.
Like, for instance, you could say, "Role play with me. I'm a technician. You're the homeowner. I'm presenting repair options and replacement options I want you to eventually agree to replacement, but don't make it easy.
Put up
Give me
roadblocks.
many objections.
Okay.
And you will have this conversation back and forth with the AI,
Oh my God.
and it is absolutely amazing.
Sure. What a tool.
Yeah, yeah. So now imagine how you can use that not just in role playing,
Right.
but you're at a call and you're getting a question or you're getting an objection, right? Or you left the call and you want to immediately, what could I have done differently?
Right.
So it's pretty amazing. In fact, another AI we use is from ServiceTitan. It's called Sales Pro. And again, I'm not endorsing anything. I'm just telling you
This is
what
what
we
you
use
use here,
right? And it's in you know you have to in California you have to get two-party consent to record.
Yeah.
So if I went into your home, I would say, "Hey, Mike, uh, we're here to do this, that, the other thing. By the way, I use this tool to help make me better. Is it okay if I record this call and our conversation?"
Yeah.
If you say no, okay, fine. If you say yes, okay, I hit a button and we're recording. AI records the call, and then you can it basically summarizes the call. And it's like a football player having game film
Yeah.
that's then analyzed and says, "Hey, you should have gone deeper into the pocket. You should have, you should have done this. You should have done that. Here's what you did really well. Here's what you can do better."
Amazing.
So that's how we're using AI as well. It's absolutely amazing tool. But so role play, asking for feedback on certain scenarios, troubleshooting,
Oh my
like
gosh.
yeah, you take a data plate and you say, okay, the system is not cooling. You tell it the condenser fan motor or the blower motor's working, outdoor units working, have power here, it's blowing hot air. I check this. What should I do next? What do you recommend? And it will go through this full recommendation of what to do. So think of it. Look, listeners, viewers, AI is take all of the intelligence in the world, take anything online, anything written, think textbooks, think websites, think encyclopedias, anything you can access, and it's in the palm of your hand. And you can resource that information. Now, what's really important is, there's a saying that the quality of your questions determines the quality of your outcomes, your results, and your answers. Well, especially true for AI. So the better you can prompt AI,
Yes.
the better you can format your question, the better, more accurate answer it can give you.
Yeah.
So with AI, think of it this way. If I say, "Hey, Mike, how many steps would it take to walk from Earth to the moon?" Right?
Yeah.
You're going to say, "Well, I don't know," unless you're some savant. And
Exactly.
number. But you're going to say, "I don't know." AI doesn't say that.
No.
AI will make something up, right?
Yeah.
Because it's almost like if I forced you to say, "No, you can't tell me you don't know. You have to give me an answer."
Give me a number.
You're going to be like,
Yeah.
"You're being an ass." Okay, 672,000.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because you're giving me an answer.
Sure.
And so that's what you got to be aware of with AI. It's probably the most simple way I can explain that. And I'm not an expert in AI by any means. I'm just telling you how I use it and my personal experience with it. Right now, we're looking to change some of our membership programs, right?
Okay.
What we call our Service Plus. So I feed into AI what we currently offer, and I prompt it with what I'm looking for, and then it spits out all of this information of what you can do. And then it'll ask you questions, right? And then you can either go with the questions it's asking you to further refine, or you can give it additional direction. But the prompts are really important. In fact, with this episode on our website, I've created a bunch of prompts that technicians can use. So you can just go ahead and download that form and just use those prompts, and it cuts to the chase. here's a fun prompt that I'm going to include in this download from the health and wellness side.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna shorten what it says, but it's basically create a 7-day meal plan consisting of 4 meals a day for a total of 2,500 calories, targeted losing a pound a week.
Oh my God.
With include the macros of each meal, including fiber
Yeah.
and calories. Create a shopping list to create all of those meals for the week, and it will create. And then if you're like, I don't like fish,
Yeah.
or I want it to be only chicken,
It gives you
or
an alternative.
it will put all of that. And so I've got this prompt that's in the download.
Love it.
It's amazing because now you've got a meal plan, and you can go in there and change whatever you want, right? If you want to cut a certain meal out, or add a meal, or add this, or you only want 2 meals a day. And so that's one in there. That's just kind of a fun one.
You sure?
But just think if you said, hey, I need a shopping list, and it tells you exactly how much chicken to buy, how many vegetables to buy, how many potatoes to buy for the week.
Crazy.
Yeah, it's
How many wrenches for you to buy
yeah,
with your company?
exactly. Exactly.
It's changing the world for sure.
It is, and it's a tool. So I think that, again, what my personal mission with this is to, when I talk to technicians and I ask them how they're using AI, they actually have an answer and they're actually using it.
Wonderful.
And here's another thing: is you can use AI. So you need to do your summary of your findings, right? Take the AI, turn on the microphone, and speak your findings, and just say, rewrite this better, right? That's all you got to say. It will rewrite it. Now read it to make, and it will fix most of your typos, right?
Yeah.
Read the difference between ChatGPT. ChatGPT will just interpret your typos and fix them. Grok will be like, you weren't exactly clear on this, but I think I've interpreted it correctly. It kind of like gives you a little jab.
Yeah.
Like, you dumbass, I want you to know where you messed up. But it will rewrite it. Copy and paste that into your whatever software CRM you're using. I mean, it makes things so easy. Team, listeners, viewers, embrace AI, experiment with it. Go on our website and download the prompts that I've created, the Tradepreneurshow.com. It's a great tool. If you have any questions on prompts, or specifically how I'm using it that I might not have covered here, just shoot me an email, shoot me a message. Be more than happy to discuss it further. I love this topic. We are going to have a AI guest on in the future, so we are working on that. I just don't want anybody. I want somebody that's going to be really impactful specifically to our listeners. So again, Mike, thanks again.
Absolutely.
Thanks again.
So interesting.
And to the team behind the cameras, Kelly, Massey, Christy, and Mike, thank you all. You're a big part of our success. Listeners, find us anywhere. Podcasts, you can find podcasts. We're on YouTube as well. Like us, follow us, comment. Appreciate all the support.